Here is a composting card where we turn waste into gold. So today we are basically going to use our kitchen scraps to turn into gold, or for us gardeners, compost. So it's pretty easy. So we're basically just going to use, or we can repurpose a bucket. In this bucket I have all my browns. I'll explain what that is. So all like eggshells, leaves, dry shredded leaves. And in this bucket, I have all my greens. So these are like any salad-like greens. So you can think of like your cabbage, your even I have also tea bags. So I also just have some kitchen scraps that we kind of are collecting throughout our day. So as you can see, we have some tea bags, which is good as well. Eggshells, actually a little bit more calcium, but it's all good. And basically we're just going to mix this all up into a bucket. And again, just make sure you've cut holes underneath for good aeration. And yeah, the biggest thing is that remember the ratio between your greens and your browns has to be 1 to 3, because it really does keep pests away when we can cover that yummy smell of food with something dry. Obviously this does mimic a little bit of, as you can see, my my blue packet would have been manure. And yeah, so basically I'll put a small layer of manure at the base of it. There's all my greens that I'm gonna put inside. So I'm just gonna pop my greens in. These are greens I was just saving up throughout, and it does have a little bit of manure, so I'll just covering it up so that our rodents don't smell our food. So yeah, so basically that's the biggest thing. So even if you're in a small apartment, your townhouse, even in your backyard, you can actually compost from scratch. All right, so these are my food scraps. So that's the biggest thing about how you can save these food scraps throughout. So you can either put a little bin in your kitchen or outdoors, or just in a shaded area, because obviously the heat will start the decomposition. But we just wrap it in plastic bags and obviously keep it off the ground and away. And then the biggest thing is obviously good aeration. So we do know that heat does help speed up our decomposition, and that's why we can have covered compost bins. But in this case, we just kind of make holes underneath to allow for the drainage of water. But yeah, heat is really good. So just ensure that you have it outside in the sun or in your patio, right? So just again, understand that ratio between our greens and our browns. And it just really keeps our pile nice and healthy. And the biggest thing is odor free and just breaks it down faster. So I also just kind of mix it up. Just to kind of really get everything going between the dry leaves, the shredded paper, and then obviously the more greeny fruit peels. Coffee grounds is also a really nice thing we add, but also our grass choppings. All right, so it's literally as easy as having a bucket, saving up your food scraps correctly throughout the week. And again, I don't use gloves, as you can see. I am touching our material by hand, but you can use gloves to keep your hands clean. And that's about it. And the biggest thing obviously is that heat really helps this decomposition happen quicker. So hot compost is really, really good. All right, and there you have it. Your compost kitchen can your compost can turn into gold just from your kitchen scrap. So basically just choose the right spot to have it, but also choose a spot in the kitchen that you can correctly store up your greens and browns. And then again, your basic tools. Look how beautiful that looks. All our food is kind of mixed, and you can see that that doesn't have any browns yet. So that's all my food scraps just in the soil. But again, this creates a really natural, sustainable cycle of using waste in a really good way for our plants. I'll then cover it all up with my browns. And again, just remember to tear up so that you increase the surface area in which decomposition can happen. And if you found this helpful, or you too are starting up your own compost from scratch like us, let us know some of your secrets. Let us ensure that gardening becomes something sustainable and fun for us all. And if you have any more urban gardening tips or more things you'd like us to talk about, please ensure that you drop it down below. And if your friend also would like a greener kitchen, share this to them and let them see that we don't have to get the manure and compost, but it definitely can help begin our gardening journey. And to make it sustainable, we can make all our compost from scratch. Until the next one, bye.